ok.
Doamnelor și domnilor, avem o ocazie unică să stăm de vorbă cu unul dintre cei mai revoluționari muzicuțiști din bluesul modern. Este vorba de un tip care de vreo 10 ani și mai bine face istorie, atât prin tehnica lui revoluționară, cât și prin înregistrările lui. Îmi face o deosebită plăcere să l-am alături de mine pe Jason Ricci. Jason, it's a great pleasure to finally meet you. And let me tell you something. You are an inspiration for me as a harmonica player, but there are a lot of guys who are listening to modern blues music, and some of them ask me, man, what kind of musician is this? Because he's playing harmonica in a very, very particular way. He's not trying to emulate the great masters from the past, but he has something from the past, but he's not afraid to innovate. So, I want to ask you first, how you get in touch with the harmonica?
What do you mean?
How you get in touch? How you discover the harmonica?
Oh, okay. Well, I was in a punk band, and which is not a popular place for the harmonica. But, you know...
it's a casual interview, don't mind if we're smoking. It's not a Hollywood movie, so...
So, like, I was the singer in the band, but the other guys started singing, and I had nothing to do. So I just picked up the harmonica because it was cheap and affordable.
Yeah. And basically, you tried to integrate the harmonica in a punk context.
Yeah, for a little while.
For a little while, but
yeah.
You already have knew the rudiments of the instrument.
No, I started taking lessons, and that's when I got into blues music.
If I remember well, it was Pat Ramsey?
That was later.
Later.
Yeah, when I was really young, there was a fella named Dave Daniels, who's not very popular. Yeah, he just was a teacher, a music teacher. He is a music teacher still.
But yeah. Where exactly was that?
That was like probably 30 years ago.
No, but where? In what city?
Oh, in Portland, Maine.
In Portland, okay. Because many people know that right now you are residing in New Orleans.
Yeah,
and
but I'm from Maine.
Yeah,
originally.
You're from Maine.
Yeah.
You're a Portland guy.
Yeah.
So you start taking lessons, and your teacher, the guy who teach you the rudiments of the instrument, put you in contact with the great masters from the past, from the beginning?
Yeah, from the beginning.
And which one was the first?
Like Big Walter.
Big Walter.
Yeah, Sonny Boy, Little Walter, Alan Wilson from Kansas. Yeah. Thank you.
Two separate.
I don't see why they just don't put them both in one.
Put double shot of coffee in one small. You cannot.
You can't do it?
No.
Okay.
If you want like this one, double, yeah, we can do it.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do things. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting conversation about coffee with Jason. Enjoy.
It's delicious.
Yeah. And so he made you put in contact with the music from the great masters of the harmonica. But you start to develop your manner of playing, and who told you about the overbending and overblowing?
Adam Gusso.
Adam Gusso.
Yeah.
But he's using.
Yeah.
Because he's very, he's very in what material he has on YouTube. He's very, classic in his approach of.
Mostly, but a little bit. He's got like a thing too.
Yeah.
That's, to me, it's just Adam. It sounds like he sounds like his own guy.
Because many people heard about the infamous Howard Levi.
Man, Howard's the best.
Yeah, and many people are blaming him for twisting the harmonica language in some way, and bringing the devil doors, the Pandora's box.
The way I understand it is Howard taught William Gallison. William Gallison taught Adam Gusso. Adam Gusso taught me. But also Howard taught Carlos Del Junco.
Yeah.
So there was the five of us were like the first overblowers. Like,
okay.
But there were other guys too. I just don't know all of them. You know what I mean? There were other people doing it at the same time, like European guys and stuff. Jason Rosenblatt.
Yeah, I heard about.
Yeah,
Boris Plotnikov is from Russia. I think he's also using.
Who's the guy from France? He's got really big hair.
I can't remember that one.
Yeah, but that guy was doing it. Like, there's other guys.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting because when I heard your some of your concerts on YouTube, I despite the fact it was low quality recordings, not with good sound or something like that, I said, man, I heard about you in the late '90s. I saw an advert from Honor, I presume it was, or from other, no, from Herring Harmonicas. And you for a brief period of time, you were mentioned in a...
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe about the techniques or something like that. And I said, Jason Ricci, I have to look out for this guy.
Yeah.
See exactly, because it was a period when some very, very modern harmonica records weren't available in Romania. I have to dig up and find.
Right.
And after that, you made Rocket Number 9 and Down with the Devil.
Right.
And 2 years ago or 3 years ago, Approved by Snakes.
Yeah.
And you have a new one cooking.
Yeah, it's be out May 15th. Yeah. It's called Chops. My Chops Are Rolling.
Yeah. This is the motto on your website, on your Facebook.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I heard some small fragments you put from the studio when you recorded.
Oh yeah.
It's
Thank you
mind-blowing.
for listening.
It's mind-blowing. Yeah.
Thanks for following me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And also you decided to record in a studio context that famous Bach.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly the name.
It's just some arpeggios, and so it's just like a D minor arpeggio or a C minor arpeggio, and then no, it's a D minor, then a C major arpeggio, then like a B flat minor arpeggio, and then like a B arpeggio.
Because you used to play this sequence at the end of the way I heard myself in some concerts.
Right. And now we do it again. Yeah.
And there's that crazy fragment when you play some kind of a country fast country and
Yeah.
So let's go back a little bit. The overblowing, it opens you a lot of other a new vision about approaching the harmonica.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, for me, I can play over chords that better than I could before. And I have a limited knowledge of harmony. So the sky is the limit. What I'm doing is just scratching the surface of what is out there, Yeah.
And I want to ask you something. Playing with on the last record of Johnny Winter.
Yeah.
How was the experience? Because it brings you a Grammy.
Terrifying.
Why? He was a terrifying guy. He was like
no, he was cool. Johnny Winter was cool.
The responsibility.
The whole thing. The whole thing was, it was crazy. It was crazy.
You had a feeling that he was not going to live so long after that?
No, I thought he was going to live a while longer because he was doing better than ever before, health-wise.
I ask you this because a few years before you made that record, he was here in Sighisoara and he was a little bit
No, what was hard about the record was we recorded it really early in the morning, and I had to haul my amp through all this grass, and I was soaking wet, and they gave me one pass, one time to do it, and that was all I got. So, they were like, you got one time to do this right, and that's all you got.
A lot of pressure, I understand.
Yeah, so that's what made it hard,
I understand.
But that's how the producer wanted it,
Yeah, but why? Because it wasn't...
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was, a limit of delivering the master or the mix or something like that.
No, I was actually the first person to really record on. Everything else was scratch. like scratch drums, scratch bass, scratch vocals. When I recorded the harmonica part, Johnny Winter hadn't even started playing. I hadn't even recorded yet. So I was the first thing that stayed on the recording, which is totally backwards.
You were surprised that record got a Grammy?
No. I knew it was going to get the Grammy because Johnny died, you know?
Yeah, it has a posthum.
Yeah.
But speaking about other accomplishments, you were invited to play Born in Chicago.
Yeah.
Inductee of Paul.
That was cool.
Yeah. How was that experience?
Terrifying.
Everything was terrifying, man.
It was amazing. It was like incredible.
Because let me tell you something, it's not a cheap compliment. I don't do this. I don't make cheap compliments. But man, you nailed it.
Thanks, man.
And
Thanks,
it was mind blowing to hear a classic that was basically written by Mark Knopfler.
Right.
And to hear that stratospheric wailings on the basic structure of that famous song, it was tam pam pa pa pam pam pa da da da. It was simple.
Yeah.
Despite the fact Paul Butterfield plays very ferocious with with a strong attack, but you did a lot of
Jason stuff.
Yeah, and it was, and I was. To be honest, I was in the same mindset with the guys who commented that, well, man, this is a harmonica song. Why they didn't let Jason make much space?
I'll just say I was surprised they let me play that much. You know, as a harmonica player, we get put at the bottom. You know what I mean? So like, for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I was like, at least they gave me a solo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It helped you, that exposure, it helped your career? No?
Not really.
Not even the Grammy with Johnny Winter?
Not really. Not really. I mean, I'm still playing the same clubs, for the same people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, because,
I don't know what it's going to take, man, Yeah.
Maybe you are not old enough.
Maybe I'm not old enough. Let's hope so. Just stay alive.
Yeah,
for
because
a while.
it's funny. You got what it takes to make it in the business. Yeah, come on, let's face it. You play with a lot of good musicians. Right? And by the way, I noticed that you change your band pretty quick. You had right now you had the Bad Kind, but what was the name of the band before the Bad Kind?
New Blood.
New Blood. And you had in that band you had a great guitar player, the bass player, the chubby Grace.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
I got him back. Yeah.
But what happened with those guys? Because I know you had some.
I had some problems.
If it's not sensitive.
No, it's not. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm an open book.
Okay.
So, well, first of all, the band had been together for, almost 10 years and was tired. So there's that. But what really happened was after 12 years of being sober, I fell off the wagon and started smoking crack, shooting heroin all over again. So the band quit and left me.
They felt that you are not, reliable or something?
No, they just quit. They just were scared for their own jobs, and maybe not reliable or whatever.
Okay.
But I was never given a chance to be unreliable. The minute that I started using drugs, they quit. There was like maybe one tour that we did on the road where I was loaded, and that was it. And then it was over. So like 1 week after I started getting high.
Because you say you are done with the devil, but the devil got you back.
And the devil ain't done with you, man. Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah. It's I told you if it's a taboo subject, it's okay.
Not at all.
Yeah, because this kind of problems affected also other musicians,
Yeah, man.
blues musicians.
That's why I like to talk about it, you know.
And you know, I'm not a, you know, don't look at me as a, you know, as a counselor or something like that. I just want to understand the context, because it's very important for many people to understand that music industry is full of you know, traps and all sorts of stuff like that. And because I try to understand, you had two very good records, and suddenly everything was a little bit, you disappear for a time, and suddenly you come back with that kind, with another record. And I noticed that you by the way, in the Bad Kind you had the older guitar player that right now is not
Sam Hotchkiss.
Yeah, Sam,
Yeah.
What happened with this?
Sam went to rehab also, yeah.
Because you sound killer, man.
I know, I love Sam. We love him. We love him a lot. And we're just waiting for Sam to get better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and hopefully someday Sam will come back, you know. But right now it's fun just being a four-piece again, you know. And my wife is singing in the band.
Oh, good.
So that's fun.
Very interesting aspect. A few years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I discovered a website where there were a lot of your concerts, full concerts recorded by different guys.
Oh, yeah.
You knew about that?
Archive.org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were okay with it?
Yeah. Yeah, completely.
Because I made a parallel between you and Grateful Dead.
Right.
They used to do the same
Right.
stuff. Come on, bring your
Right.
stuff and record us.
Exactly. I love the Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's strange, you know, that. Yeah, please. Thank you. Sometimes musicians are, you know, annoyed by the fact that some you know, bootleg recordings are
Yeah, not
shown.
me.
Oh, okay.
I love
because
that stuff.
Some of them, they were recorded with pretty good sound.
Yeah.
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 That's why I was surprised, because okay. I downloaded a lot of
Right.
stuff because I want to hear the way I heard myself in different
Right. Well, I
approaches.
figure, you know, someday I'm not going to be around. So it's better to have as much, you know, recordings as possible.
Yeah.
You know,
By the way-
like I mean, imagine like don't you miss William Clark?
Oh yeah, yeah, and
Right.
he has so he recorded only, let's say, 4 albums that are full production,
Right,
with full production, with
Right.
serious production albums, and also I don't know, maybe he has only one official
Right.
live recorded,
Right, and like
Rocking the Boat or something.
like how great would it be if Paul DeLay had all of that stuff too on archive? Like, wouldn't
Yeah.
that be awesome?
Yeah.
So, you know, someday it'll be good for people, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Someday people will go back and search all that stuff
Yeah,
out,
yeah. And also, it's a very sensitive, maybe it's a sensitive subject or not, maybe. If it's okay.
No,
we-
it's okay.
When I read about you on Wikipedia, it was a profile there, and I find other sources on internet. A few years ago, I don't know, maybe 7 years, 8 years ago, you declared that you were gay. Okay.
More than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you said in an article that the moment you declared that, you assumed that you had some, let's say, some kind of problems in the music.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, we tons of people wouldn't book us because of it, and like even said it, like even because it was a different time in the States. Like now, gay marriage is legal, but back then it wasn't, and people didn't care, and they would say, we're not booking a homosexual performer. They told my agents that.
No, because it's funny, they accept guys like Freddie Mercury, God rest his soul,
Right.
Elton John,
Yeah.
Boy George,
Right.
and other guys like that. They make beautiful music.
Right, but that's a rock world. This is the blues. it's a different thing, man. It's much more masculine music, you know.
Yeah, but right now you have a happily marriage.
Yeah, I'm married to a woman. Yeah, but I mean, I've always liked both men and women. But I just didn't think I would ever date a woman. I never thought that would ever happen. Because my whole life I've only dated men. You know what I mean? But I met a woman and we fell in love, and we got married. And
Like-
she's great.
Like Elwood Blues used to say, God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, man. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
You know, I'm so relieved that you are so open about this kind of stuff because I don't want to push the.
No, you can talk about anything.
Yeah.
I'm like totally cool.
Yeah.
Like everybody's talked about everything already. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, like Seinfeld used to say, not that we have something against.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
despite the fact that that show, I think, is not possible to be done in these days.
Yeah. You
With
mean
those
Sanford and Son?
Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld. Oh, yeah.
With all this politically correctness and stuff.
okay.
Because sometimes some things have to be said and have to be put in the right frame.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are getting crazy with all sorts of with the ways they are seeing the other people. You know, they are think that if you are gay or bisexual, that will affect his psychic or something like that. But it's not. The most important in an artist like you is the music. To be honest, I don't care what you are doing in your bedroom, in your private.
Right. The only thing I ever cared about was my partner. And I just didn't want to hide my partner away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the only reason I was ever open about it was for him, and also because Martin Luther King said, "It's not the words of our enemies, it's the silence of our friends." So,
know that.
right. So this means that it makes it easier for other people to come out and be honest about who they are.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, there are lots of gay performers around today in the blues. You know, Watermelon Slim just came out.
Oh,
Yeah. Did you know that?
no.
Yeah. You know Watermelon Slim?
I know who is
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I didn't know.
He just came out.
Okay.
Yeah. How cool is this, right? So like, it's very exciting.
Because you know, this is a funny thing, but
Earl
maybe
Thomas, the singer, blues singer from San Francisco.
I know him, but I didn't know this kind of details. Maybe you know this because you are
Right. We
there.
talk. Yeah.
But let me tell you something. This is funny because if you think about it, in the early 1920s, 1930s, Bessie Smith,
Right.
Ma Rainey,
Ma Rainey,
and other famous,
Big Mama Thornton. Yeah.
and there wasn't a problem back then.
No, but it's you know, with all due respect, it's always been easier for women because men get excited by this. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Cat fight and
Right.
Okay, let me ask you something. You have a very productive relation with the guys at Lone Wolf Blues Company.
Yeah. Amazing.
How you stumble upon that?
Okay, they found me. So I was already using pedals, and I was one of the first guys. It was like Johnny Mars,
Yeah.
and then me. Okay, and also Carrie Bell. Carrie Bell.
Yeah, but he was only a octave or something like that.
Right, but still.
Yeah.
Like still, he was using a couple.
Yeah.
And Billy Branch, you know, every now and then.
Octave
yeah.
and the delay.
Right. So like, I started using them, and then I started like putting a board together, like an actual pedal board, and so like, I was totally fucked up and playing on the street for money at Jazz Fest in New Orleans, and Randy walked by and he was like barely recognized me because I was like 130 pounds, right? I was like,
Yeah, that was the period.
yeah. So like, he's like, Jason? And I'm like, hey man, what's up? And he's like, listen, we'd love you to try some of our stuff. And like, at that time, nobody cared about me because...
But they had the intention to build specific pedals for hard players?
Yeah, They had already, at that time, they had made the harp attack, the harp break, the delay, and I think the octave, the harp octave, yeah. So they had like 3 or 4 pedals out or something, and I tried them, and they were.
But sorry, how they came with the idea to make pedals for harmonica players?
Man, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure how Randy got into that. We'd have to ask Randy.
Curious.
Yeah, I should have asked him, but
Because
I know
you
he
need,
started.
you need a push.
He started with the delay. The delay was the first one ever made, and you know Randy plays a little harmonica. You know, so and then I don't know how he wandered upon the pedal idea, but it's a good question.
But after you get into, you start working with them, you start to explain them, man, I have this vision of a sound, of a specific sound for a specific.
Right.
For you have the clean cat, you get a fat cat, you have
Right. The flat cat was the first.
Yeah.
And that was to me the most important pedal, right?
That pedal, you.
We had a problem today. So with the pedal, with my compression, something with European power. But anyway, yeah, that flat cat was the first one, and which was a weird first pedal to make. Compression is hard for harmonica players to understand why it's important. And you know, you really.
Let me tell you something. I was one after I saw that, I was trying for years to find a good compression pedal, and to be honest, I didn't want to spend money to buy one of your pedals, but say maybe I don't like it.
Right.
So first I tried the exotic SP compressor, and I found out that it has a very parallel compression that is good.
Yeah.
Maybe yours is maybe even better.
I don't know. It's not a hard effect. You know what I mean? So really, like any optical compressor is going to work pretty good. The thing about the Lone Wolf one is it's designed for harmonica.
For the frequencies, for the impedance,
Yeah,
for the microphones.
but before that I used a BBE compressor and it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really my compressor sounds almost identical to the BBE compressor. Yeah, so you know it's not a big deal. Like I just think it's cooler to give the money to a company that cares about harmonica than a company that doesn't.
Okay.
You know.
And the other one, the other pedal.
Well,
the clean cat.
The clean cat I love. Is so much fun. It's the best boost pedal. Like I'm so surprised more people don't use like just that pedal, like all by itself. Like harmonica players that like don't like pedals should love the Clean Cat because it's like the only pedal you really need. Like you can plug into an amp, to give you that tiny bit of boost. Yeah, right. Like if I had a choice like to use only one pedal at a gig, it would probably be the Clean Cat.
And how much time you spend with the guys of Lone Wolf to design your signature microphone?
Oh, hours and hours and hours. Like, a long time.
Because
it took like 2 years.
Because I know you started with the Shure SM57, and also the Electro Voice. You have an Electro Voice
RE10.
Yeah, and after that, let me tell you, you look a little bit ridiculous with the volume control and the
and the wireless. I had coat hangers, holding it together with duct tape and everything. It was absurd.
And very tiring.
Oh man, it was terrible.
And because the new microphone, it's a very good marriage between let's say the convenience of the short body and also it sounds like an SM57, but it's not. It's not the same thing. It has a broader spectrum and it's have an equal pickup pattern or something. It's at least to my ears.
Thank you. Thank you. We searched we went through probably 8 or 9 different elements before we settled on that one.
Yeah, it sounds very good, and because I'm following you on Facebook and also all sorts of harp-related pages, and a lot of people are for Dennis Greenling talking about how hard it is to find a good crystal and a good ceramic element and a good magnetic control reluctance element. How rare are them and how expensive became 1 year after the other.
Right.
And I know you also use ultimate mics from Greg Human, and
I started with Greg. Greg was the first one who agreed to try to chop the microphone down. Actually, the truth is, there was a guy in Colorado that I can't remember his name, who cut the mic for me the first time and put the volume control on it. And because Greg told me it couldn't be done. And then this guy did it. And I sent the mic to Greg, and Greg reverse engineered the microphone. That's the truth.
Yeah, good to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a piece of history.
Yeah, Greg probably will not like that.
Yeah, because...
But he's the one who did it, though.
Yeah.
Like, who made mass production of them and made it look pretty, because the first one looked like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he made it look beautiful and...
But Greg, I understand he was not interested to try to make a different microphone, just to use parts that already were available.
I mean, he wasn't, to be honest, Greg didn't want to do the 57 at all. He was convinced nobody would buy it. And now Stevie Wonder and stuff uses, the 58 version and everything.
Yeah. And you have also very good relation with the guys of the harp gear.
Well, harp gear is out of business.
Serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Brian Purdy sold the company. He sold it to a guy that's not cooperating. I've emailed him several times. He's not. I'm talking to Sonny Jr. now.
Yeah.
And
because I know Sonny.
Yeah.
I used to own 2 of his amps, but I know he has some health problems.
He's better. He's doing much better.
Okay.
So we're talking. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're talking right now, and I'm picking up an amplifier to try next week.
The same configuration, like?
No. Ultimately, I want to build a new amp with Sonny. Like a Jason Ricci amp with 2 12s. And
because I know that the guys at Lone Wolf are making the harp rate.
Right, and we'll see but I can't wait. And the harp train is a great amp, but it's not for me. I need lots of power.
Yeah.
Lots of power.
And as much as I dig from your demos that the harp gear is let's say a cleanish and very powerful tool to dirty the sound with the pedals.
Right.
Platform.
That's it, dude. And now I'm looking for an even cleaner version. Like you heard today, I played through a twin.
Yeah.
No harmonica players play through twins.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's a feedback monster.
Right, and it sounded just like me. You know what I mean? So all I need is a tube PA system. You know what I mean, basically. And so Sonny Jr. is going to give me, I think, the Avenger, which is a 12, a 10, and an 8.
2 8s.
2 8s? Yeah. So we'll see how that works out. But I think it'll be fine. I mean, to be completely honest, these days I can play through anything, and it sounds kind of the same.
Yeah, because basically your body is the tone.
Right, and the pedals make it a little easier too.
Yeah, because your sound is very particular. You have a specific type of drive that I never heard at anyone.
So Mark Ford is a little similar to me.
Mark Ford, to be honest, I compare the sound of Mark Ford with Paul Butterfield with a little bit of steroids.
Yeah, right, totally. That's a great comparison.
He has some direct attack and vibrato, very powerful. And some of his phrasing. So it would be great to have another amp, because let's face it, there are not too many harmonica amp.
Yeah, I'm interested in maybe even a 15, even a 15-inch speaker. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I want to work with Sonny. I think I need to win his trust. So I have to work with him for a year or more, play whatever it is that he builds, sell whatever it is that he builds, and then maybe after we have a relationship, he'll build me a rig.
And let me tell you something. How many years after you made yourself a name for yourself, you start being noticed by the harmonica companies? Because right now I know you are working with Suzuki.
Right. Well, I actually quit Suzuki.
Yeah.
I'm only with Blue Moon now.
But Blue Moon are
Everything.
okay.
Yeah,
Because
so-
they, I need Tom Helchik starts making only the comms,
Yeah. He started with just the combs.
and right now he's dedicated to do harmonicas.
He does harmonicas, whole harmonicas, cover plates, everything.
Oh, okay.
He does some reed work. You know, not much, but enough to make.
I know you are
harmonicas.
pretty handy with your harmonica.
I do a lot of my own work, and so sometimes Tom builds a harmonica for me that's perfect, and other times I get a harmonica from him and it's almost perfect, and I have to do a little bit more to it or something.
From who you learn your craft?
Brad Harrison.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, that unfortunate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
What happened exactly?
It's like a game of poker where you start gambling and you start losing money. So you start borrowing.
went on the bluff?
You start borrowing money to make more. You have full intention of winning all the money back,
No.
but he lost.
Because as much as I remember from the videos you made, that was a pretty radical harmonica.
That was only one. We were gonna make more. You know, we were
More
gonna,
models?
More models.
But even that was very interesting.
It was interesting.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
whole idea to fixing the reeds with screws, each reed.
Yeah,
It was very
a great idea.
Yeah, I know it was I was this close to order some harmonicas, but I didn't have the money.
Good thing. Good thing.
Because they were
Because a
not,
lot of people didn't get the harmonica.
Yeah. And
I got out before it happened.
yeah,
I left a year and a half before problems started.
Yeah.
I saw it coming.
ah,
Yeah, and I just said I need to get out. I mean, the problem was I couldn't even get harmonicas from him. So I was like, okay, this is enough. Enough's enough. I can't get out. I got to get out.
let's come close to the end of this interview. How is life in New Orleans right now?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like this band that I'm with right now, like these guys, like this is like an example of the best musicians I play with.
You're talking about the bad guy.
And I'm talking about John Fohl right now, like the band that I'm here in Romania with, John Fohl. And the Bad Kind's incredible, but this band here is like New Orleans, famous New Orleans musicians all together. So like I have a wonderful time in New Orleans because I play with the Bad Kind, which is incredible, and play like more rocky kind of blues.
Funky.
Right. And then with this group I get to play like jazz and like incredible
I saw some videos on YouTube with this formula. It sounds very interesting. You play a lot of also organ oriented from Jimmy Smith or something like that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because
The only problem was we couldn't. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
Okay. The only problem is we couldn't find a Hammond B3 in Romania.
a B3 is almost impossible. There is only one, and it has a lot of problems if you haul it.
Yeah.
It might be possible to have the same problem.
Right.
It's working at the
At the shop. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and right now you are focusing on releasing your new album. When is coming out?
May 15th.
May 15th. Okay, so it'll be available everywhere.
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay, it would be great. And man, it was a real pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Marcian.
I can say only one thing: keep being an inspiration for the young guys.
Thanks, baby. I will, man.
So this is Jason Ricci, ladies.
This is Marcian.
I hope you enjoy this interview, and there are more to come as soon as other great harmonica players and other great musicians will come to Romania.